Yeah, good morning, all of you. Today our journey is, let's start with Python. Any ideas, sir, about Python? What is Python? It's a language, open source language. Still, object oriented, interpreted, declarative, high level. Even nowadays, one more word, important feature is added into the Python. Python supports functional programming language like Scala, Haskell. Okay, different language of programming approaches are there. Script-based approach, object-oriented programming approach, and functional programming approach. Okay, everything Python will support. If Python is your weapon, you can play any kind of approach, right? So simply I'm writing that point. Python is open source, script based, and object oriented programming. And functional programming language. So Java is one of the popular in object oriented. Similar to that Java, Python supports object oriented. Very simplified object oriented. By default in Python, sir, everything is an object. In Java, if you say int a equal to 100, a is not an object, a is just a variable. But in Python, if you say a equal to 100, a itself is an object. That means on top of oops flavor, the Python is running. And also you can write your custom classes and objects into Python. Okay. So mainly the Python has a lot of not only these programming features, majorly why Python great is yesterday I discussed, that is rich in libraries. Especially this data science and analytics related, what are all the different libraries are there. When to use what kind of library, that clarity today we will get. Okay, Python has many open source libraries, of course lot many, even thousands you can say. But what the things are used for our data processing and data science, so these, especially these modules, will concentrate. If you have notes, like please make it down. One is NumPy. NumPy stands for numerical Python. Two pandas. SciPy, scientific Python. Yes, case sensitive. Scikit-learn, Scikit-image, Matplotlib. It's number 6. TensorFlow. Before that, let's say Theano. TensorFlow. Nowadays, especially with machine learning combination with TensorFlow, that is great demanded. Keras. Cafe. OpenAI Gym. NLTK. Text Blob. Blog name BLOB. Blob. Rasa. Okay. So what is the purpose of each and every library we'll discuss? The first one is NumPy. Stands for numerical Python. The purpose of this one is used for linear algebra. Entire our machine learning depends on this linear algebra, sir. Especially in linear algebra, your operations are related with matrices. Suppose you know C language or you know Java. Madam, first listen. Whenever I am speaking, please attend the things. Later you can write. Suppose you are already a developer in Java or .NET or some other, please come. I'm giving you some 3 by 3 matrix, another one 3 by 4 matrix, asking you to compute matrix multiplication. How much biggest program it was? Even in engineering days, in our C language, you have written that one, a biggest program. Even though we don't understand the logic, but we by hearted them. Understand the point, sir? That much of biggest program. But if I use NumPy, if A is one matrix, B is another matrix. If I say A dot B, matrix multiplication over. You need not to kill your brain by thinking about unnecessary logic. If you have clarity in this moment, I should use matrix multiplication. The function is ready here. Suppose I want to apply matrix inversion or else matrix transpose I want. If A is a matrix, if I say A dot T, what do you mean by transpose, sir? Rows as columns, columns as rows. If I say A dot T, automatically transpose functionality. If I say matrix 1 dot of matrix 2, matrix multiplication dot product I will get. In this way, all vector algebra, linear algebra related everything predefinedly available into this NumPy. Suppose matrix inversion I want. Of course, whenever I want to do, first of all, I have to import the proper library. In the Python base kernel, these things are not available. I want to work with Python NumPy. Simply in my program, what I have to say is import NumPy. If you want to set alias as NP, NP is as alias, a shortcut for that NumPy. Next onwards, I want to create a matrix. A is equal to NP dots, the NumPy related statements. Suppose I am saying NP dot array of 1, 2, 3. This is first row. 3, 4, 5. Think that this is second row. Now what is the matrix size? 2 rows, 3 columns. 2 by 3 matrix. Suppose I have B. NP dot array of 157 or 15 61 78. What is the matrix size, sir? The B size 3 by 2. 3 rows, 2 columns. I want to do matrix multiplication, means what is multiplication rule here? A left side, B right side, sir. Left side number of columns, right side number of rows should be equal. What is the size of A? 2 by 3. Size of B. Rule matched or not? If your given inputs are satisfying matrix multiplication rule, that simple function will do matrix multiplication. As a developer, a lot of time saved for you or not? Understand the point, sir? That's it. I'm saying that C is equal to A dot of B. I get matrix multiplication. So what is the size expected for C? What is the size expected for C? 2 by 2. 2 by 3 into 3 by 2, how much, sir? 2 by 2, right? Automatically 2 by 2 matrix will be produced. I want to apply matrix inversion from numpy dot linalg, linear algebra. Import inv. Inv is a function from that linear algebra package. Next I am saying that D is equal to inv of C. To apply matrix inversion, what is a matrix inversion rule, sir? It should be a square matrix. C size is what? 2 by 2. That means square matrix. And second rule, suppose if it is 2 by 2, what is the inversion? 1 divided by AD minus BC, you are writing, right? That is what a det. Det should not be 0. If your given values of the matrix are satisfying inversion rule, automatically inversion will be computed. Actually, this matrix inversion program is very complex than matrix multiplication. Okay. That to suppose, what is the importance of it? I will tell you one thing. Especially linear regression coefficient, some mathematical complex formulas will be there. Suppose the formula is like this. The coefficients beta is equal to X transpose into X whole inverse. You forget about this formula. I am giving some complex formula, how to implement this formula into this numpy. Just concentrate on that. Actually, it seems to be dangerous. It seems to be a complex formula. If you want to implement this formula in your Java or in traditional languages, it will take a lot of time. Morning you started the work, no guarantee that by evening this work will be completed. That much complex. But in NumPy, just observe, I am taking one simple statement here. As usual, I am importing NumPy as NP. After that, I will prepare that X and Y matrices. X transpose, sir, X dot T. I will get transpose of X. Dot of X. By this left side expression is ready or not? I will apply INV. Matrix inversion is also ready or not? By this short, entire left side expression ready or not? Again, that has to be multiplied with dot of. What is the right side expression? X transpose dot of Y. That's it. This is what you are thinking. How you write your mathematical formulas on the paper on a simple way, you are writing your expressions for those formulas on your programming editor. So for this, no need to kill your brain. Understand that only you should have clarity when I should use multiplication, when I should use inversion, when I should use transpose. That's it. Even in your engineering mathematics of linear algebra, you used to work with eigenvalues, eigenvectors. Computation on the paper about eigenvalues and eigenvectors is very, very complex. But here, EIG is a simple function. Whenever you call EIG, automatically vectors and values you will get. Eigenvectors, eigenvalues you will get it. Understand the point, sir? So all these are the things are major useful things into our machine learning models. But programmatically, we need not to struggle. On such way, the NumPy is helping you. Getting this point, sir? Even complex derivatives you want to apply, like differential calculus or integral calculus, the complex expressions you need to write. Those expressions also you can write very easily into the NumPy. Understanding this point, sir? If there is no NumPy, it kills your development time and cost. Got it? Okay. Take some brief notes about those brief examples about it. This is used for linear algebra. I think today projector is dull, sir. Please adjust with this light. Take a photo. You don't have paper. Just here all machine learning models are based on linear algebra. With matrix and vector related computations. NumPy has predefined functions. NumPy has predefined functions. Okay. What is our next module, sir? Pandas. Pandas is a data framework. Data framework. Which organizes data into rows and columns similar to tables. This is used for data pre-processing. Used for data pre-processing. What is the purpose of your machine learning, sir? To train models. But to train model, your weapon is what, sir? Data. First of all, you need to prepare your data. Before training, a lot of pre-processing activities will be there. What might be the pre-processing activities? Data extractions, data cleansing, data preparations, a lot of transformations. All these things by using pandas, we can make them easy. Got it? So the pre-processing activities like data extractions, data cleansing, transformations, and data preparations, etc. Not only these things, a lot of pre-processing activities. So what exactly those pre-processing activities, why we should pre-process the data in machine learning life cycle, you will understand. Okay. Suppose your intention is to build a model and then train a model. If that process is going to take like 30 days of work, your 25 days of work will be killed by this pre-processing. That much pre-processing activities will be there. Your actual training is going to take only 5 days of work. Your building model work is 5 days only. 25 days will be killed by this pre-processing. By using traditional programming approach to perform that pre-processing activity is very tough. Pandas make you simple, make you easy. Understand? So how the data is organized into tables in RDBMS databases. Similarly, you can manage the data in rows and columns wise. Got it? Yeah. The next one, let's say Matplotlib. This is used for visualizations. Of course, mostly industry uses for these visualizations some specific tools, sir, like a ClickView, Tableau, such kind of tools. But here also, this visualization skill will help you for machine learning engineers. You are training your model. Okay. You train your models. At the time of training, how your model is learning, how your model is detecting its error, you want to visualize. During training only, you want to visualize it. Understand the point, sir? Suppose in the beginning your model error is this much. For every iteration, error is keep decreasing or not, you want to visualize yourself. On such way, you can understand how your during training only how your model is behaving. You can understand if you have this kind of skill. Actually, here generally visualizations are useful for BI people, business intelligence people. Finally, their end clients, the end business clients will see that visualizations. They will understand what is happening into the business, what is going to happen in the business. Of course, this is not required to the scientist or machine learning engineer. But still, machine learning engineers should have this skill set also. During training, not after training, during training, how your model is behaving, you want to understand. So dynamic visualizations you need. Understand the point, sir? In that case, this Matplotlib. Got it. The next module. Yeah, please. CBOL on top of this Matplotlib that is running. That is additional flavor on this one. Okay. That is simplified library that this. Right. Next one more thing. SciPy. SciPy is a scientific Python. Scientific Python. Especially it has the flexibilities, it has the libraries and functions to process your images, audios, videos. If you talk about an image, sir, master, please attend. If you talk about image is what, sir? It's a three-dimensional matrix, RGB. Any color will be formed by the combination of RGB values, right? Okay. RGB, R one dimension, G one dimension, B one dimension. Again, each color dimension is a pixel matrix. Again, rows and columns pixel matrix. Each pixel is a 0 to 255 value. Understand the point, sir? I want to do some pre-processing about an image. I want to train my model, but input is image. But before training, I need to do some pre-processing, right? The image related pre-processing activities functions, that means libraries, are available in this SciPy. Not only image, you take audio. Audio means wave file. That is also a matrix. Or else let's take video. Video is what? Video is what? Video is a collection of frames. Each frame is a collection of images. Each image is a three-dimensional matrix. Suppose there is a video. Programmatically, you want to pick like every 5 seconds as one frame. There is a facility. There are functions. Otherwise, in C language or in Java language, you want to handle such kind of things means those pre-processing activities will become a biggest project, not as a tasks. Understand the point, sir? Especially, sir, nowadays there is a great demand for this image kind of processing and image kind of predictions. Suppose now I want to take a first snap of this classroom. Whenever I took a snap, I am expecting functionalities. Who attended today? Attendance has to be recorded. Now, even in the companies are doing data science projects and machine learning projects. What is happening into the companies? Manual swiping is only happening for the attendance. But every room is covered with cam. Every room is covered with cam, sir. Whenever you entered into that room, automatically time in, time out has to be recorded. Whenever there is a chance of a human swiping, there is a fraud is happening or not. Understand the point, sir? Even you might have swiped your friend card lot many times. Getting the point? But tomorrow, if everything is like this, but input is not a typed data. Input is not a structured data. Input is image. On the image-based training, I want to give to my models. But before that, I need to perform some pre-processing. For that, this SciPy. And also, like at the time of training, sir. So what do you mean by like pre-processing of an image? One simple complex activity I will tell you. Suppose yesterday first time you have seen me in straight direction, face-to-face direction you have seen me. Today I turned into some 40-degree angle. By seeing my side face, could you able to recognize me or not? Yes. Okay, you have seen me from 10 feet distance. Tomorrow I will be appear to you after 100 feet distance. Could you able to recognize me or not? Recognize. But unfortunately, the great computer Dabba cannot recognize it. Understand the point, sir? I want to make, because it doesn't have intelligence, I want to inject intelligence accordingly. So at the time of training, I have taken a photo like this. This is on a straight forward, straight direction, and 10 feet of zoom length. But during training, I want to make my model effective. Even though next picture is like a 40-degree angle, 40-degree rotational angle, or 100 feet zoom length, or 5 feet zoom in, my model should be able to recognize you. Your single photo, I will feed into the system in different zoom lens, in different rotational angles. For all to perform. Suppose if you are here, I have taken a photo, picture. Picture means what? Is a RGB pixel matrix. Some pixels will be recorded, 0 to 255. I need a computation. If I turn my camera to 40 degrees angle, what should be my pixels? If I zoom in 10 feet, what should be the pixels? If I zoom out to 20 feet, what should be the pixels? For all these things in engineering mathematics, you have learned something: eigenvalues and eigenvectors. These have to be used. That much pre-processing you need to do before training your models. This process is called data augmentation. Same augmentation technique, if you apply for the image, the same thing is called image augmentation. It's all the pre-processing activity or not. Programmatically, if you try to write this augmentation activity, it is equivalent to putting your finger into the plug and switch on. That much dangerous activity. But SciPy is supporting such kind of features. Not only this one, audio. I'm speaking now. Tomorrow I want to build a model which can recognize my voice. I want to train it. Okay. So after I have experience with you guys, whenever you speak something, even though without seeing you, okay, Mr. Kiran is speaking, Mr. Ravi is speaking, Lata is speaking, I can understand it. Because my brain got trained about your voice patterns and slang patterns. On such a way, I want to make my system. But at the time of speaking, a lot of noise is coming. Even though noise is coming, your mind is recognizing me or not. Understand the point, sir? Same thing, voice-based model building I want to do. I need to do a lot of filters, a lot of pre-processing for the voice also. Understanding the point, sir? Same thing for video, a lot of pre-processing in this way. So programmatically is dealing very tough. That's why the libraries will be helping you, making you easier. One of the important thing is SciPy here. Got it? Image related, audio related, video related pre-processings you can do with the help of library, with the help of simple statements. Getting this point? Write this point, sir. SciPy. Used for image, audio, video, pre-processing before training models. That means based on this, you can understand one thing: what SciPy cannot do, whatever NumPy cannot do. All these things. Every module has its own specific purpose, but they are not here to train our models. Before training, the related operations they will do. But to train my models, I need some library again. That is a scikit-learn. Okay. Next library, scikit-learn. Put the heading. Time 9:20, sir. Another 10 minutes we'll discuss. Scikit-learn is a machine learning library. Is a machine learning library in Python. Basically, three types of models we have, sir, in machine learning. One is prediction models. Whenever my cam has seen you, immediately recognizing whether you are my student or not. Whenever cam has seen you, it is recognizing you are male or not. That means the application is doing some prediction or not. Such kind of prediction models. And next one is data clustering models. I want to identify what are all the different behavioral groups in my classroom. I don't want categorized groups. If I want to make it categorized, in how many ways I can categorize, sir? All males as one group, all females as one group. That is attribute based grouping. But one male, one female can have similar behavior or not. Understand? There is a group of people. In this group, 5 males are there, 3 females are there, but these 8 people are having same kind of similar behavior or not? Understand? Behavior wise categorization I want to do based on the given attributes. Such kind of models are called data clustering models. K-means, K-means plus plus, K-median, such kind of algorithms will be used. These are the algorithms. And also recommendation models will be there. In machine learning, entire machine learning is talking about these 3 types of models: prediction models, clustering models, and recommendation models. Daily we see so many recommendations when you step into the Snapdeal or Flipkart, eBay, Amazon, or even YouTube. Whenever you are searching for a product, automatically some other recommendations will be coming to you. Suppose you and me sit in next by next systems, open the same page, same product information you are reading, but for you the recommendation is different, for me the recommendation is different. To build such kind of recommendations, you have collaborative filtering, user based collaborative filtering, item based collaborative filtering. Such kind of specialized algorithms are there. Understand? Every algorithm programmatically want to write means that is the biggest project. Here implementing a model is just a matter of 3 to 4 lines in this library. One thing, extract the data, perform all pre-processing activities. How your model is expecting data, answers will prepare your data, then train the model, test the accuracy. Train the model, test the accuracy. That's it. First one model object I will create, then there is a train function, then there is a accuracy function. How your model has landed. On that way, any model, all machine learning related models are predefinedly available into this library. Understanding the points? So here, being a machine learning engineer, if you are expert into mathematician, you cannot become a machine learning engineer, sir. If you have clarity when to use what kind of model, how to use that model, then you can become the machine learning engineer. Okay, I can do calculus very, I'm a gold medalist in MSc mathematics, so and so university is waste. When to use that kind of model, that clarity, how to implement that model, that kind of clarity. Theoretically, conceptually, you should, the technically you should know. This library is helping you for that purpose. Got it? Yeah. 3 types of model, write down. 3 types of models in machine learning. Of course, I am not asking about approaches in machine learning. Approaches means supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement. In this way, special approaches are there. Okay, I am talking about types of models. 3 types of models in ML. Number 1, predictive models. And number 2, clustering models, data clustering models. And number 3, recommendation models. These are the basic 3 types of models. For all types of models, predefined classes are available with scikit-learn. Are available with scikit-learn. Okay, sir. About remaining modules, we cover tomorrow session. Okay. Then you guys take my number. Just after this session, just WhatsApp me about your name and your email ID and your class timing. I will add you into the group and I will send you today recording also. Right? Yeah. Let's see tomorrow class, sir. 8:30. Okay, online team. Let's meet in tomorrow class. So if you are not into the group, just add this number and put me a message. I will send you today recording also, sir.